Welcome to Lindsay Knows Local. I'm so excited to share this next episode with you. We're talking hidden gems around the area, but I have to warn you, there is a lot of food talk and a lot of food talk when I say that. And it's going to make you hungry. So let's talk. First up, coffee shops.
I'm Lindsay, and this is Lindsay Knows Local, the podcast where I keep you in the loop on everything happening in our community, from new businesses and local events to development updates and the people making it all happen. This is your inside look at what's coming, what's changing, and what you don't want to miss. Whether you live here, work here, or just love knowing what's next, this podcast is all about staying connected, supporting local, and knowing your community a little better. Because when it comes to what's happening around here, Lindsay knows local.
So we're going to talk today about hidden gems around Tomball and surrounding areas. So last week we talked about Honor Society Coffee, really great spot. And today we're going to talk about a lot of other local coffee chains. And with that, we're going to start with Barbarossa Coffee. Barbarossa Coffee is located in Magnolia. It's right off 2920 and is highly reviewed and recommended. So one thing to know about Barbarossa is that they do small batch individual roasts. They actually got a cupping score of 85, which I was like, what the heck is a cupping score? What does that mean? A cupping score is a formal way that professionals taste coffee and evaluate aroma, acidity, body, aftertaste, balance. And so an 85 is actually excellent specialty coffee. So that's really, really high. Another thing to note about Barbarossa is that they roast from over 16 different countries. So you get a lot of variety, a lot of flavors that you probably haven't tasted before, as well as they have Turkish and Vietnamese coffee as well. So I know a lot of people love Vietnamese coffee. So that's one thing that they do. One thing I wanted to note is they have a blueberry muffin latte, which sounds delicious to me. So I'm definitely going to put that on my list to try, as well as they brew 8 different ways. 8. Didn't know that was possible, but they do that. And they also have breakfast and lunch options. Lunch is sort of light, but they do have breakfast options. So if you like coffee and you want something a little different, Barbarossa is something to really look into and try it out. Next up, we're going to talk about Just Love Coffee. So this is located in my backyard, which is near Tomball Memorial, Wildwood Elementary, and Oakcrest Intermediate. So if you're a mom and you just drop your kiddos off, it's a stressful morning, just getting them out the door, Just Love is right around the corner from you. So they have a full menu of breakfast and lunch. And I always get their waffles. Check out their waffles. And they also have a drive-through option. You drive through the carpool line, drop the kids off, you drive through and get your coffee. It's right there, as well as it's a really easy place to meet people. I've met people there for meetings. There's a place where your kids can play. They have like a little nook where they have books and puzzles and games. So if you can have your coffee and talk to your girlfriend that you meet up there, your little ones that maybe aren't in school yet, they can play and have a good time. And they also have a space where you can rent out and have a little meeting that's a little more intimate if you need that as well. Just Love Coffee is a really nice, smaller setting and really family focused. Just Love Coffee is also owned by a couple here in Tomball as well. Next, and wrapping up coffee, we're going to talk about Manna bread. It's bread from heaven, and it is a vibe immediately when you walk in. So you walk in, and it's high ceilings. You have plants everywhere. It's white. It's clean aesthetic. It's really, really different than a lot of coffee shops that you go into. And I really consider this, because I smell it when I enter, is the bread, the carbs, the sourdough, the focaccia, the cinnamon rolls. They have them all there when you walk in. It sort of hits you and you're like, yes, I would like a pastry. Yes, I would like a bread. Give me all the things. And so one nice thing about Manna is that they have gluten-free options, which my sister-in-law is gluten-free. And so it's a place we meet. And she can also have something that works for her. And I can get my big cinnamon roll with cream cheese icing and my sourdough bread. So definitely, if you like bread, they have lots of options there, as well as they have coffee and tea. And one thing I like is that they're also community focused. They have a small room off to the left that they have Bible study groups that meet in there. You could have a small gathering, a study group maybe. If your teens need to study, maybe they can meet there. It is really, really nice. And like I said, it is very different when you step through those doors. And I really, really enjoy the vibe there. I love Manna, if you can't tell. So now we're going to switch gears again. We talked about coffee. Check. We've got some local places to check out. Now we're going to switch into restaurants. So this first restaurant that I'm going to mention, it sort of put restaurants in Tomball or downtown Tomball on the map. You've probably heard of this place. If you haven't, definitely go check it out. It's called Tejas Chocolate and BBQ. And you're probably thinking, is that chocolate barbecue? Because that doesn't sound good, Lindsay. That sounds gross. It's two separate things. It's barbecue and it's chocolate. It's sort of a cool story. They started off doing chocolates first at the local Tomball's farmers market, I think it's every Saturday. I'll have to check that out. And they started selling chocolates first. And then they got picked up by Central Market. They got picked up by Whole Foods. And then the owners decided, you know what? We want a full experience where people can sit down and eat and gather. And so that's where barbecue took place. They have won numerous awards, and that's why I've said you've probably heard of it. One of the most prestigious awards that they won is the Michelin recognized, 2025 Bib Gourmand Michelin Guide. And they have not been recognized once, but twice now. So if you didn't know, Michelin didn't recognize barbecue until recently. So the fact that Tejas Chocolate has now been recognized twice by this is a really, really, I don't know of anywhere else close that has been 2 years in a row. My favorite is their brisket, but they also have sausage. They have great sides. And of course, at the end of your barbecue, because why wouldn't you get more food? Go ahead and get a chocolate. They have all these little chocolates in this pretty display case that you can just get one and you can take it to go, or you can just, eat it there and enjoy the chocolate as well. One thing that they have is they've also been mentioned in Texas Monthly, and they've been mentioned in Southern Living. They're ranked 19th in Southern Living, which they do the whole South area. And so number 19 is a great recognition in the sense of the South knows barbecue. We know how to do barbecue, so 19th is great. As well as on Texas Monthly, they were top 50, and their highest rank was number 5. So if you put on Michelin and then Southern Living and then Texas Monthly, I think they know barbecue, maybe just a little bit. If you haven't checked out Tejas Barbecue, go check it out. There's always a line and they do sell out, so make sure you get there early and come hungry. Switching gears, across the street is Bonfire. So we have Tejas in downtown Tomball, and then we have Bonfire. So Bonfire is a personal favorite of my husband and I's. We love it for date night, and it's sort of a cozy upscale feel. It's very intimate. I would say maybe 20 to 25 people can fit. You probably can't do a group larger than 6 there. And reservations, I always have one because they're always packed. So one thing, it was built in a 1940s gas station. So that's why I'm saying it's pretty small in there. We like to sit. There's bar stools all along the back where the kitchen and the bartender are. So we like to sit in the bar stools so we can have conversations, talk to them while they're cooking. I'm trying to always learn how to cook. I'm an okay cook at this point, but I can always, get tips on, hey, what are you doing there? And they'll say, oh, we're doing this to help sear it or whatever they're doing. And it can be interactive if you want it to. Doesn't have to be interactive if you don't want it to be, but you can just watch. You don't have to talk. And they have the bartender there as well. You can talk while he's making or she's making your drink. And I've never had a cocktail I didn't like there. So they make cocktails and mocktails, and they continually, I think, update their menu. I think recently they're doing a Spain pairing with wines and the food. And I think they're doing that all of April. So that's sort of a neat twist they're doing in the month. And their menu, it does change pretty frequently on what they're serving. So check it out before you get there, make reservations, and then go to Bonfire for a nice date night or girls' night out. One thing about Bonfire I want to mention is their whole motto is cook real food with real ingredients and treat every guest like their family. So when you walk in that door, it is small and intimate. You do feel like family, and just know that they're going to serve up something really special and you're going to enjoy the night. And they have seafood, they have steak, they have pizza, my favorite. They have things like duck and veal. So if you can't find something there, I don't know what to tell you. But they have a very wide range. And like I said, they're constantly changing what's on the menu. Graze is the next we're going to talk about. Where Tejas Barbecue is, Graze is just down from it. And it is also in a little home that used to be a home. Now it's a restaurant. And it is trendy but casual. I sometimes go there for a girls' night. One thing I will note, I'm a little bit more of a picky eater. So I have to make sure I look at the menu because it also does change over the months. And so their menu is elevated comfort food. So if you don't like sort of fancier dishes, make sure you look at the menu first to see if they have something because it is a small menu. But I go here for date night, girls' night, and also get reservations because it's very small. Like I said, it used to be a home that they turned into a restaurant. So I would say Friday through Sunday, definitely get a reservation. Okay, so we're going to talk about Pecos Grill. This is something that I think a lot of people forget about because it is tucked back in Tomball, but it is a great option if you have picky eaters, you have a large gathering, let's say birthday party, baptism, you just want to get all your family together. We have at least 25 when we get together for a family. Pecos Grill was established in 2004. It's tucked right behind, if you know where the Four Corner intersection is, there's H-E-B, there's Kroger, and across the way, there's the Rib Tickler, and then right next to it is Pecos Grill. So it's sort of hidden, definitely worth you going out and having dinner or lunch at. They have a private room, which we've used before. It's called the Ballroom. It seats up to 60 people. So again, if you have a large gathering, a birthday, a rehearsal, a baptism, go there. And like I said, picky eaters, you will find something on the menu. They have steaks, chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken. They have seafood. They have sandwiches. And also they bring out fresh, warm rolls, which is always a great sight. Again, I love carbs. So I love the rolls. So they start off with rolls and then they have home style meals like a pot roast over mashed potatoes. I think they do like steak tips. Love that with like a gravy sauce. You could find something for everyone in the family. And like I said, you can go there a family of 4 or you can go a family of 40. Either way, they have room for you. It's been around for a long time and something definitely to check out. I love it. Tony's Italian Deli. Okay. 2 locations, one in Tomball, one in Magnolia. The one in Tomball is located off of Kirkendall. The one in Magnolia is off Highway 105. In Tony's Italian Deli, they went TikTok viral. They had to shut off their online orders because they had so many orders hit them at once. They were rated the #1 deli, not in Texas, not in Tomball, the United States, #1. And there's a reason for that. They know sandwiches. I usually get the chicken parm, no notes. I love it just the way it is. And my husband, which everyone raves about, is the Stallone. The Stallone. Everyone loves it, but it is jam-packed. It's got capicola ham. It's got sopressata. It's got provolone cheese, marinated Roman tomatoes, red onion, basil pesto, olive oil. Also, literally, this sandwich has everything in it, and it's massive. So if you want something smaller, this sandwich, definitely split it with somebody else. It's really big. And the showstopper for me is the bread. The bread is really good. Again, your girl is a carb lover. Definitely share these sandwiches. You can get one sandwich split into 2. Really, really, really good. If you like sandwiches, definitely it's worth the drive. Even if you're not from Tomball, if you're in the area, try it because Tony's Italian Deli, they know how to do sandwiches. All right, so we talked coffees. Check. We talked restaurants in Tomball. Check. Now we're talking parks because we're entering almost summertime. And so, you have to get your kids outdoors or they will drive you crazy asking you, what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, you're going to take them to a park. That's what you're going to do. So the parks I mentioned are all around Tomball. And so we're going to start with Burroughs Park. It's probably one of the biggest and most popular parks in Tomball, but if you're not from the area, go check it out. It's got soccer. It's got baseball. There's lakes that you can go fishing. There's plenty of walking. If your kid's learning, how to ride a bike, take them there. Lots of biking trails. They have huge playgrounds. Bring your pup. you could get their energy out as well with the kids. Great for families spending a full afternoon. They have places where you can just have a little picnic, shaded, and get all the out this summer. This is definitely one of the parks you want to hit. Next park I'm going to talk about is the Spring Creek Park. This is a park where I take my family. It's a little bit quieter. It's a little more off the beaten path, but it has a couple of different things that other parks don't have. One, if you do archery, when you enter the park, you go straight past the middle section of the park. You're going to pass this big playground. It has a 3-story slide. It looks, as a mom, I was terrified at first because it is a large slide, but the kids love it. And then they have another slide that's, I think, 2 stories. And so that is on the right. It's massive. And then they have basketball courts as well that are covered. So you keep going straight down into this park. And to the right, they have archery. So my son did archery for a while, and it's hard to find archery spots. But in Spring Creek Park, they have archery to the right, and it's really well-maintained park. So it's always cleaned up. And they have a lot of nature trails along Spring Creek. Not as many walking. If you're a heavy walker and you need miles and miles, this park, I would say, probably only has medium range of walking trails, but it is nice because it does follow Spring Creek. So you can sort of hear the water flow. And so it's a little more tranquil, a little quieter. So that's why I say if you don't want something that's hustle and bustle like Burroughs, Spring Creek Park is a really good option if you want something peaceful, as well as they have a really big shaded pavilion with restrooms, as well as RV hookups when you first go in the park too. I love that park. But this last park I want to mention is really special in the sense of it is a all-inclusive play. And it's called Louis Together Park. So this is a newer park. It is all turf. It is wheelchair accessible. There's restrooms and picnic tables available, and all abilities can play side by side. So my good friend, her daughter has spina bifida, and so growing up, it was really hard for her to play in parks. So this is one park that everyone can play at, and it's all inclusive, all abilities. And it was actually inspired by a local resident named Louis, and he has dwarfism and he loves building. So the theme of the park is construction, and it's a really, really safe, modern playground here in Tomball. So if that sounds something that you think your kids would enjoy of all abilities, go ahead and check out Louis Together Playground. It's really cool. So the next park we're going to talk about is Jurgens Park. This playground is open green space. Think kids can run, and they have soccer and they have baseball fields, run for days. Let them just get out there and burn all the energy. It's activity focused for sure. And then it's easy access for younger kids. So it's not like you're having to walk half a mile to get to these things. It's right there, quick and easy in this park. So check it out if you want your kids to play some soccer or baseball. Definitely a place to go. Along with Jerry Matheson Park. This park is smaller. It's really clean. It's more of a neighborhood park, and it's great for quick outings. So if you get maybe run through Chipotle and you're like, let's just sit down and eat outside, this can be a park where it's just quick. They burn some energy off and then take them back to the house. So definitely check out Jerry Matheson Park. Next, we're going to talk about Tiburon Park. So these parks are going to be a little bit more hidden, a little less crowded, not as big and over the top as the other ones that we talked about. Tiburon is, again, mix of sports, courts, and playgrounds. If you want your kids to play basketball, good park to check out. There's open areas that they can play in as well. And this one's actually good since it is activity focused for a little bit older kids and teens. So if your kids are out of the playground phase, but they might want to hop in the playground for a few minutes, but then they want to get down and play basketball, this is a good park to check out to bring your kiddos. Next is going to be Matthews Park. Now, this is a newer park and it is less busy. Now, this park has playgrounds and it has a picnic area. And so there's ample shade. So if you don't be sitting in the sun, this park has a lot of shaded areas that you can use, and good for small gatherings, and it's more peaceful. You're not going to have the rambunctious, big playground noise. You can sit down, maybe read a book, and it's a lot quieter. So again, if you want something a little less busy, this is a park for you. Outside of Tomball, so we're going to venture a little bit farther out. Picarello is the other park I want to mention. It's a preserve, and they have really good lake views. So if you want to walk around, they have trails all around this lake, lots of activity there. A lot of people run on this path because it's pretty level. There's not a lot of pitch in the pathways in this one, as well as they have fishing you can do. You can go kayaking, and it feels more nature because you have the water right there, you have trees, and I like going there if I'm trying to do a really long walk and not have the terrain going up and down and going over rocks or trying to see what's, in the creek. This is a very nature preserve walk that you're going to get there. The last one is going to be the Mandolin Garden Park. This is a very clean and modern park. It's great for kids, and it's a great place just to relax. So those two are my nearby favorite parks that are not in Tomball. They're right outside, but also a place to really check out if you're looking for a park in the area. Thanks for joining us on Lindsay Knows Local. We hope to see you at some of these hidden gems around town. That's your local update. Make sure you're following along because we'll be posting every Thursday of Tomball and the surrounding areas. And if you're thinking about moving to Tomball or anywhere near Tomball and the surrounding areas, just know that I'd love to help you. I'll see you guys next week. That's Lindsay Knows Local. This episode is sponsored by Bostic Marketing Production. If you're a business or organization that needs video production, live streaming, or content that looks and sounds professional, check them out. And thanks again to our sponsors for making the show possible. If you have any ideas or questions that you would like to know, we would love to hear from you. Make sure you message us on anything that you want to talk about topic-wise, and we'll see you next week.